With their unique shape and striking appearance, Araucaria trees are truly eye-catching. But what sets them apart from other trees? And what makes them so special? Professor Carlucci from the Federal University of Paraná, Brazil, will answer our questions and share fascinating insights into the world of Araucaria.
Araucaria lineage is an ancient lineage, so there are many traits of this lineage that are considered conserved through more than 200 million years, and it's considered then a living fossil. And moreover, the shape it's really unique if you consider our species in Brazil, Araucaria angustifolia. It has a very unique shape, and it contrasts with the other species that are occurring with Araucaria, mostly angiosperms, and also its dark green foliage, and it's really nice to see them. I think people like those unique traits. Araucaria mixed forest, formed mainly by Araucaria, has a few timber species, mainly Araucaria and Cedrela, which is an Eliaceae, and also Imbuia tree, which is a Lauraceae. And 100 years ago, when the First World War started, the red pine in Europe was hard to explore, and there was limits to trade. So they started to explore and cut the timber here, and some sawmills installed in southern Brazil. And there was a large exploitation starting there. So after more than 50 years of exploitation, most of the forest has already gone. And so the timber was the main reason, but we have also seen croplands growing over the Araucaria range, mostly soybean and coffee. So now this is a huge concern, because most of the lands that were anciently covered by Araucaria mixed forest are now croplands. Araucaria is now considered threatened, actually critically endangered, and it's protected by law in Brazil. But we still have low coverage of protected areas covering these species and the range of this ecosystem. So we should increase the coverage of protected areas, and we can do that doing two things. Like one is to increase strictly protected areas, mostly national parks, state parks, ecological stations, biological reserves. And also we could try to identify those places that are used by traditional peoples and create protected areas for sustainable use, which is another status of protected area that we have in Brazil. And these talking about protected areas, but then we have the environmental law that is more flexible today, and we can use the payment for ecosystem services. So in Brazil, the private areas of a large or medium size, they have to protect 20% of their land in legal reserves. We call it legal reserves. And then you have also the APP, the area for permanent preservation around rivers and on steep hills. But those landowners that are already protecting this area can be paid by extra area of forest coverage. So this is payment for ecosystem services. I think if we protect the species not only in the protected areas now, but we increase the coverage of forest by doing reforestation and by leaving some places to forest expansion, because it's a resilient species. I think we can see these forests growing and also having a future, but we have several threats for it. I'm suspect to say, but I'm in love with Araucaria forest. I've actually seen mostly Atlantic forest types. Besides the Araucaria forest, I've been in seasonal forest and also the dense coastal forests. I love all of them, but Araucaria is my favorite. I really like the shape of Araucaria and the dark green contrasting with other crowns of other species, and also when the weather is cloudy and there is fog above the crowns. I think this is very beautiful.